Hi, this is Octopus Deploy, and we are here at KubeCon and KubeCon in London. And today we have two awesome guests from the Argo CD project, Regina Voloshin, Argo CD maintainer and 3.0 release champion, and also open source software tech lead at Octopus Deploy, and Ishita Sequeira, senior software engineer at Red Hat and Argo CD maintainer. Ishita, Reggie, it's great to have you on the show.
Thanks, Swapnil.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.
It's great to be here.
Can you quickly tell our audience what is Argo CD project all about?
So Argo CD comes into the picture when we're talking about how do we want to perform continuous delivery for applications for Kubernetes. And Argo CD is basically relies on the developers interacting with Git to specify the configuration for their Kubernetes deployment in Git. And then Argo CD is basically using an engine to synchronize those manifests in Git to the Kubernetes cluster, and it will also go and check whether something has changed in the cluster, and it will go and automatically reapply this single source of truth that is in Git. So it's heavily based on the GitOps principle.
And if you look at Kubernetes, what are the specific pain point, that users face that Argo CD kind of addresses?
So when we're talking about software application delivery using GitOps, one of the biggest pain points that people have is related to managing secrets with GitOps. And so with this release, we're actually now being opinionated on how users who work with GitOps should be, what they should be doing about secret management. Until today, we were kind of unopinionated, but now we have an opinion on that, and we recommend people to use Kubernetes operators such as sealed secrets operator or external secrets operator instead of using different plugins and automation to populate those secrets during Argo CD manifest generation phase. So this is one pain point that Argo CD 3.0 is actually addressing. And another thing is that one of the pain points is also performance and scalability, especially when people are managing deployments across multiple clusters. And so now Argo CD is coming with a very, it's coming more performant and more scalable. And this makes the application delivery process more efficient and more reliable.
With V3, it's possible to have fine-grained RBAC, which makes it easier for folks to have a security exactly what RBAC rules should be there. So yeah, fine-grained RBAC is one point which has been a part of V3.
And can you also talk about, with this release, how are businesses looking at, the delivery and the impact of business itself?
So Argo CD architecture is a crucial one for the business, and making it easier for business to understand this architecture was the main thing we decided to go with V3. And yeah, we are trying to achieve that with this one.
And can you also talk about how does this release fit into the much broader GitOps or cloud native landscape?
So it just becomes easier. So with this release, it just becomes easier because we are trying to gain towards the performance improvement. So with the performance improvement, it just becomes easier to have the GitOps, I think, simplified.
Yeah, I think that it's also going to be a lot more easy for people to adopt GitOps because as I already mentioned, the GitOps secret is something that is very crucial. And also, if we think about Argo CD, so it powers both the deployments and the monitoring. And so with this release, since Argo CD is becoming more performant, then we can allow for users to have real-time insights about their application status.
Now, this release has also added multi-cluster support. What does it mean for the operations for the platform teams, when they are looking at global environments?
So I think that what would happen with the multi-cluster support right now is that because Argo CD becomes more performant and more scalable, then it will be easier for platform teams to manage those multi-cluster environments. And also they will not need to know so much about how to configure this Argo CD performance. So it will be much easier. It will be much easier for them, and will be a much more simple task in terms of the multi-cluster management.
And can you also talk about what role did community play to kind of shape this release?
I think this one, like for V3, we've tried to gain a lot of help from the community. We've posted blogs regarding how folks could help with the V3 and shape it in a better way. So the way we tried to gain help from the community was even asking through the Slack channel, the CNCF Slack channel, which helped in understanding what could be improved and what are the pain points which they would want to have removed from V3. So we've tried to consider them mostly. And yeah, that's why community has helped a lot for making V3 in a better place.
The community feedback, it was really invaluable. And so this feedback both helped us shape this release. And then it also helped us to pack all those great lessons and best practices that the community learned, to pack it into Argo CD V3 so that now all the users can benefit from that.
Now, V3 is out, so talk a bit about, no pun intended, what else is in your pipeline. So when we look at GitOps or delivery, how is kind of the whole landscape is evolving?
So first of all, with version 3, we had the opportunity to remove some deprecated APIs. And this helps us to streamline the development of Argo CD. And so this kind of lays the ground for next features that we want to work on during the next year. And there is a backlog, a full backlog of features. And I think that one of the things that is going to happen at the next time is that environments where we have internal developer platforms, those are going to benefit from automated pull request diffs.
And also there'll be environment promotion, which would evolve in the next 2 years. So that's also going to play a major role. So the evolvement will take it's going to be a slow process, but yeah, you could see that in the next 2 years. And also the one which Reggie mentioned regarding the manifest, that's also an important thing which will be coming up for Argo CD.
Yes, extended support for the generated manifest pattern.
Reggie, Ishita, thank you so much for taking time out today and give us an update on Argo CD and also version 3, how the project is growing, how the project is maturing. Thanks for great insights. And as usual, I would love to have you folks back on the show to talk about Argo CD. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I was really honored to be here today. And thank you so much for being such a great host, Swapnil.
Honor and pleasure all mine. Thank you.
Thanks, Swapnil. Thanks for having us here. Thanks a lot.